Welcome back to Career Mode, episode 23. This is the Canadian Grand Prix, and that's all I got. Alright, so after I don't know what the fuck to say about performance in Monaco. I looked back over the footage because I still had the raw recording, and I will say this now, I did not get one warning about another penalty, and I got disqualified for ignoring a drive-through penalty. I don't know. But, yeah, anyway, I've got to move on from that. Got to focus today on Canada, where we need to get a good performance to get ourselves back in the Drivers' Championship. Of course, we were leading the Drivers' Championship heading into Monaco, but now we're not. Now we're down in 4th, and now that we head more towards the halfway part of the season, we're getting good now because we have 5 tracks in a row, I think, that I like. There's this one, Canada, Austria, Silverstone, well, let's try Canada, Austria, Britain, Germany, and Hungary. There you go. So things are gonna look good for us over these next 5 races. I think we can get good performance out of them. Anyway, speaking of getting good performances, qualifying, we came across the line 2nd there, cut over to the thing. We come home in 7th, which on Legend AI, because of course I finally bumped it up, is pretty good. I mean, 7th is a good position, but apparently something happened in practice when I wasn't looking, and yeah, now I start from 22nd on the grid. I'm being serious. I don't know why. I wasn't looking, and I guess I got black flagged again. But yeah, apparently I'm in 22nd place, so that's the grid, which I forgot to voice over. But yeah, we're in last place for this race. Because you did just see my qualifying lap, you did just see it say 7th place. Says it there. But we're starting from the back. This is going to be a fun race, isn't it? I can already imagine the fun. And the fun part is, for most of the race, it's muted because it's Elgato. Anyway, heading out to the track now for a 35 lap Grand Prix. Starting from the back of the grid, so this is going to be so much fun. I can only wait for this. Jensen Button in 10th, and of course, flat last place for us. And yeah, this is going to be great. This is going to be one of the few times where a fucking Caterham out qualifies me. Anyway, building up to the lights. 4 lights, 5 lights. Lights on the way, we're going for the Canadian Grand Prix. We got off to a good start, of course, amongst the back runners. I mean, just getting off the line, we've already taken over Ericsson. Heading into turn 1 now. I need to sneeze. We've taken a few cars there, and heading up the inside of this turn, now around the outside of this hairpin, we are taking a few more cars. Sutil got a wide line on the way out, unfortunately for him, but we're up to 14th place out of the 2nd turn, kind of demonstrating how bad the AI are right now. 13th there, passing Perez. Button's got off to a horrible start and is down in 12th. Grosjean's come at my outside and is taking 14th, 13th, I mean, off of me, and he's lost it again. Going around the outside, colliding with the wall slightly, and going up the inside of all those cars, up into 10th place. Hulkenberg now ahead of me in 9th place. So yeah, that just shows how, even on Legendary AI, how bad the AI can be on the first lap. They're just so slow, and yeah, look, I went up half the field in I went up more than half the field in half a lap, pretty much, by the first sector actually. So a third of a lap I had gone up half of the field, so we're looking good anyway for the rest of the race, I suppose. But anyway, coming down this back straight now, we are trying to gain on Nico Hulkenberg. We've both got Mercedes engines, so it's just down to pure pace right now, heading through the chicane, coming up to the wall of champions, vaulting over the chicane a little bit there, getting a bit of a cheeky line. Didn't get penalised for it. Not my problem as far as I'm aware. Here we go now, trying to gain on Hulkenberg, heading into the first turn now, maybe. Ooh, no, have to back off there. Made a bit of collision with him, got a warning for corner cutting, contact with him, trying to go around him, trying to go past him on the outside now. No, we're going to have to wait for a moment, heading into the chicane. Side by side, Hulkenberg tried to block me off there, but he made a little bit of contact with me, got on the brakes, and apparently that's my fault. But we're up into 9th place anyway, and now on lap 3 we can see ahead of us is my old teammate Jean-Eric Verne. And I think ahead of him is Valtteri Bottas for some reason. Bottas going very slow around the inside of Verne, and Bottas. A double overtake there due to Bottas going slow through the chicane. And then here we are on lap 5. Overtake on Alonso. Dive down the inside now just behind his teammate Kimi Raikkonen. Going to try and get him down there straight. We are really trying to fight now to get our positions back. Here we go, lining up the maneuver on Raikkonen. Can we get him heading into this right-hander? Yes, we can. Bit of a risky move there. Almost caught my front wing on the back of his car there. Much like we did in China, actually. But anyway, heading into lap 12 now. It's time for the pit stop. Yes, we're in the lead. I pitted 2 laps later than I was supposed to because I felt as if the super soft tyres were working well. And, yeah, that is a jump cut because for some reason my team decided to put me on wet tyres for this lap. I don't know, so I had to go into the flashback, go backwards, and start again. So I put myself on the prime tyres like I was supposed to, and that's why this camera angle's like that. But anyway, we're going to come out in 5th, 6th, 7th. Remember, we've got the pit lane that forgives us, as I call it. And it's not going to be good enough, actually. For some reason, we're going really slow on the exit, and we've come out in 7th. I guess we have to give way to the cars in front of us, but we've got it all to do now. The 2 Ferraris ahead of us. Can we easily overtake them again? We shall see around this chicane right now. Through the first sector, I seem to be very good, where the AI seem to be rather bad. And now heading into this left-hander, going for a late maneuver on Alonso. Bit of contact there, leaving him the space though. And now we're going to try and move up on the inside of him. Well, we're going to try and pass him on this straight. Someone's come online, 420, just blaze, slipstream on Alonso. And we've taken 6th place back. There we go, Raikkonen now ahead of us. He's quite a bit up the road, actually. I mean, it only took us 1 lap, though, to gain on Raikkonen. DRS down the back straight on lap 14. That is 5th place in the bag. And then for the next 2 laps, I was like, can we gain on Ricciardo? So I decided on lap 25, because I wasn't supposed to pit again. I thought maybe putting on another set of super softs would do the job. If we put them on, we can gain on Ricciardo potentially and take 4th place or even higher. I don't know. And for some reason, I had to put on another front wing. I think I caught it on the Wall of Champions 1 lap, but yeah. And then held up by the Mercedes of Bottas. So this was an awful stop. This is going to try and set us. This is actually going to set us back a lot of time. That took 4 seconds longer than it should have to try and catch. Well, in an attempt to try and catch Ricciardo. So we have a lot of work to do now in these next 10 laps. Yes, it says lap 26 out of 35. You have to include this lap. So 10 laps remain. And no matter how much we tried in lap 4 and lap 35, we're up to 4th because Vettel retired. But we were, I think, 15 seconds behind him at one point. We shortened it down to 3 seconds, but it just wasn't enough. We couldn't gain on him, unfortunately, but it was okay because we came home for 4th place. A good performance, much better than getting disqualified like we were in the last race. And I think, I'm actually going to say, I think if it wasn't for the pit stop taking so long, there is a chance we could have caught Ricciardo. Because as you can see, Ricciardo was actually only about 2 seconds ahead of us as we ran across the finishing line. So yeah, I think we may have been with a chance of catching him. Anyway, yeah, there we go. So Rosberg gets the win on that. Hamilton comes home in 2nd, which is bad for our championship standings. But I think we should gain on Vettel, and I don't know if Ricciardo... No, I don't think Ricciardo's going to be ahead of me. I think he's still behind me. But yeah, I mean, this is good for us. We're going to gain on Vettel, definitely, because of course he scored 0 points, which is why we came home in 4th. There he is, DNF. I think he might have had engine trouble or something, I don't know. But, yeah, we moved up to 3rd. Yeah, Vettel moved all the way down to 5th because of that performance. But, good performance there, and now on to another track that I like, Austria. I hope I can get a good performance in it this season. Anyway, this ends Canada, a bit of a hectic race, but all in all, a decent performance coming out of it. I think we need to get back on the podium soon, though, and I hope it'll be at Austria. Until then, guys, take care, and ta-ra!